Mackenzie Johnston with Cattle News Central, bringing you your December 23rd cattle industry headlines. Brought to you by AgRisk Advisors. They provide risk management programs to livestock producers all throughout the West. Whether you're concerned about price risk or weather risk, AgRisk Advisors, they are here to help. With current day market fluctuations, there's nothing more important than locking in a price floor on your cattle. So if you'd like to learn more about an LRP, go ahead and reach out to an advisor today. Also sponsored by Circle 5 Cow School. If you're wanting to learn how to preg check your own cows, or if you're wanting to learn how to AI, Circle 5 Cow School, they're the way to go. They host classes from Texas to Tennessee almost every week. If you'd like to check out their schedule, head on over to circle5cowschool.com. That is the number 5 in there. Or you can go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. According to Beef Central, earlier this week, Canada reported a case of atypical BSE in an 8.5-year-old cow located in the province of Alberta, according to the World Organization for Animal Health. Up until this week, Canada had not reported a case of BSE in almost 6 years. The cow was discovered on December 6th when a veterinarian visited the farm to observe the bovine that was exhibiting some neurological signs. The carcass was destroyed immediately, so it did not enter the human food or animal feed chains, and it obviously does not pose any risk to human health. Yahoo News has reported that a federal watchdog agency has discovered that the Trump administration overpaid corn farmers by about $3 billion in federal aid back in 2019. The agency also found that farmers in the South were paid more for the same crops than those elsewhere across the country. So, as I'm sure all of you can remember, back in those years, 2018, 2019, Trump imposed tariffs. It hurt farmers. To deal with that situation, the USDA handed out money to farmers. But the methodology, obviously, for computing the extent of the damage has been found to be flawed, and that resulted in overpayment and inconsistent compensation. During 2018 and 2019, the government paid corn, cotton, sorghum, soybean, and wheat farmers more than $21.7 billion. Dairy and hog farmers received more than $900 million, and specialty crops such as tree nuts, cherries, cranberries, table grapes, they were paid $346 million. The Government Accountability Office has now encouraged the USDA to revise its internal review process to ensure transparency of its documentation, and that the agency should conduct a review to ensure proper baseline methods are used in analysis to avoid situations like this going forward. According to drovers, as of Wednesday, the Kansas Livestock Association, also known as KLA, they reported that donations to their wildfire and severe storm relief fund had exceeded more than $500,000. Tyson Foods and Cargill, they both gave $100,000. KLA also reported that an online stallion auction raised $47,485, and 4 farm credit associations down in Kansas, Oklahoma Ag Credit, Premier Farm Credit of Southern Colorado, and CoBank, all of those folks together, they donated $141,000. Other good news is that the Kansas Forest Service revised down the number of acres burned in the fires last week. The agency reported that approximately 163,000 acres burned on December 15th, not the original estimate of 400,000 acres. Drovers has also reported that the Animal Save movement and In Defense of Animals Interfaith Vegan Coalition, those two groups, they're calling for an end to animal gifting by World Aid charities. So we all know that vegans would love for us to put down our steak knives and adopt either a vegan or a vegetarian diet. But this plea by the plant eaters is a bit different, since it will result in others going hungry, others in impoverished areas around the world. According to Dr. Jane Goodall, who supports this proposal, animal gifting programs hurt gift recipients by burdening them with more mouths to feed. Goodall also believes that animal gifts worsen the climate crisis, decrease food stability, undermine sustainable development, contribute to animal suffering, and cause health impacts by promoting unhealthy Western diets. This lady sounds like a gem. The Stop Animal Gifting campaign has made direct pleas to development charities such as Heifer International and Cargill's Hatching Hope Project. Obviously, this campaign does not directly impact our industry, the cattle industry, the beef industry, but it does send up another red flag about the ultimate mission of animal activists and their tactics, just how far they're willing to go. With this campaign, these folks are just coming at animal agriculture from another direction, working to convince people here in America and all of those around the world that what we do for a living is not only bad for the planet, but also bad for your health. And unfortunately, they're now taking steps that will negatively impact impoverished people that are facing an empty table at Christmas time. It is disappointing. It is disheartening. It is ridiculous what these animal activist groups are wanting to do to folks around the world that are less fortunate. That is all I have for you guys this morning. That is all I have for you this week. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Spend time with your family and friends. It's such a special time of year. Remember the reason for the season, Jesus Christ's birth. It's not all about the presents, the lights, the snow. Thankfully, we don't have any snow. But yeah, just take a minute to slow down and enjoy this special time of year. I'll see you next week.